Hi, my name is Jessica Kenworthy and I am an Assistant Clinical Research Practitioner at Greater Manchester Mental Health Trust. I work in CAMHS.Digital, which was previously known as CAMHS.Digital. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today, as well as the Children and People's Research Advisory Group that we run within it. So CAMHS.Digital is a research unit within the Greater Manchester Mental Health NHS Foundation Trust, and it's affiliated to the University of Manchester. Within CAMHS.Digital, which is known as GM.Digital now, we design, develop, evaluate, and research digital mental health technologies for children and young people. However, this is not just a research unit for young people. Within which we have a partnership with children and young people aged 8 to 24. And we do all sorts of stuff. It's not just CAMHS. We look really overall at children and young people's mental health and well-being. So increasingly since COVID-19, we've been working in partnership with clinical teams at GMMH to develop a digital and innovation pipeline. And we work in collaboration with the digital health software team at the University of Manchester. So the CAMHS.Digital Young People's Advisory Group, this is a group of young people aged 16 to 24 that meets regularly to discuss, consult and review research related to digital mental health, to young people's mental health and digital technologies that are being developed for and then used by young people. So we work with young people as citizen researchers with the hope of becoming nationally recognised as a group of experts in digital mental health. The unit then will be driven and shaped by the individuals that we're aiming to support and will ensure that our research will have the expertise and the approval of the people that will benefit. So we meet on a weekly basis, and currently we do that on Teams. Previously we've met face to face, but as with all people, we've adapted to recent events. In the future, we might go back to a sort of hybrid meetup where we meet on Teams sometimes and face-to-face meetings at other times. But really being on Teams has offered greater flexibility to young people, we've found, and we've really recruited we've recruited citizen researchers from all over the country doing this, who are then able to join us online for our virtual meetings. We keep our virtual meetings really interactive, and we use a lot of digital technology, which really feeds into kind of what we're all about as well. So we meet on a weekly basis, and that offers greater flexibility again to young people so that they're really able to attend the things that they want to attend, and be a part of the group, the advisory group, as much or as little as they're able to do. And we hold group sessions on things and focus on things that members have said that they would like to see. So we do all sorts of things, from guest speakers coming to talk to us about their research or digital technologies that they're developing. We also deliver training packages, which are awarded with certificates and can go on to people's CVs for when they're personally developing. And we also hold, at the moment, we're going to be holding a career series because that's what our members have said that they would like to see more of. So how do young people meaningfully influence research? The Youth Mental Health Research Unit recently came to our group, and they presented on a new project where they're looking at minority and underserved groups in CAMHS services. Their conversations with the group made them consider some different areas and question some of the language that they were using when approaching children and young people. So something that came from this was the language that was used. And so they decided that the use of, for example, the word underserved could be misread or misunderstood as people that are undeserving. So that was something that they wanted to kind of go away and think about and change some of the language that they were using there. So something that they said was, it was great to come along and we found it useful to discuss the project with the group. We came away with some valuable insights and food for thought, and we're really grateful for all the recommendations. And then they're going to come back to us at a later date and to bring more findings and questions as their project progresses. And that's just one example really of how people come to our group and how they use the feedback and the opinions of the advisory group to influence their research and to change and evolve it. I think we have another example, yes, from Mirasil. So Miracle attended previously at the start of their project development, which was perhaps 18 months ago. And they came back to discuss now where they're up to with their prototype. So this is for an app, and to gain feedback about the style and the design of the app so far from a young person's perspective, because this app will be for young people primarily. So the people that were in attendance at the group, they talked about how they, liked the kind of design, liked the imagery used, that it's quite kind of simple but effective. They talked about how they valued the sheer amount of resources that are available to find within the app itself, rather than having to search these out from all sorts of different places. And they liked the filtering system that could be used to find the appropriate service that they would need. Something that they did comment on was there was a discussion around the use of emojis, and the young people at the group felt that the overuse of emojis might devalue kind of the seriousness of the app. They might felt that it was underestimating how seriously young people take mental health issues. And so, for example, they thought that using emojis in a rating system, so having, smiley faces to indicate kind of being happy, working through to kind of an angry face, to being unhappy might be kind of beneficial, but the use of emojis in paragraphs of text or trying to kind of explain things would feel kind of too young, really. So that was something that the people that came to the session kind of found really useful and valuable about presenting to our group, and they've gone away to kind of think about that and look at that, and they're going to come back to us, I'm sure, at a later date, because this is a group of academics that really value our group and have come back a couple of times now. Okay, so I'll just move my picture there so we can see everything about there. So why should young people join our advisory group? I guess what we have here is we have quite a list of things that you can pick out and think about more, but these are the things that our young people said they found beneficial about being part of our group. So within our group, we have our weekly meetings, but then there's other more external things that young people can get involved in as well. So we run a regular blog and podcast series on our CAMHS.Digital website. So our young people really contribute to that all the time. They basically run that, really. They write blogs and organise interviews and podcasts, and we kind of just supervise that, and they find that that's a really good way of kind of networking more. It's about kind of practicing their own skills and developing their own skills, and having something again that they can show to potential employers in the future. Likewise, we have opportunities to get involved in conferences and events, so young people are really good at getting involved in stuff like that. They come and speak at conferences, and they help us plan them, and they find that that's a really valuable thing to get involved with, because it can be hard to get those experiences as a young person. Social media involvement is another way that we again we allow our young people really to kind of go as far as they want with this. So we have a social media ambassador who kind of runs our Instagram account. We have a really active Instagram account, and that's a good way of kind of showing the community and other people that might be interested in things that we're involved with, things that we're doing, and a way to kind of get to know our members and our team a little bit more. I know that our ambassador does a series on Meet the Member, where she will post a photo and a bit of a blurb, if you like, of different team members, whether they're volunteers or whether they're paid staff members. Again, just to kind of get to know us, get to know what we're doing, and keep people updated on the world of digital technology and research. And also there's an opportunity to work with academics and researchers. It's an opportunity for young people to develop new research skills, as well as to have their voice heard and to have a say in the direction of research. Because again, the research is being done for young people, so young people should have a say in what that looks like and how digital technologies are developed and what that they can offer for young people, really. Okay, so as I said before, the groups run on a weekly basis. They run on Wednesdays 4 till 5 p.m. Currently they run on Teams. So if you are interested and you would like to get involved either as a volunteer or if you would like to come and present to our group, you can contact me. My email address is just there. Or you can also contact Charlie, who supervises and oversees the group as well. We have a mailing list, so I can sign you up to the mailing list, and where you'll get invitations to the groups and hear about kind of what's coming up and what opportunities there are. We also have a Twitter and Instagram account, so you can hit those up there and see what we're up to and come and join us. But thank you very much for watching. And if you have any questions, please just let me know.